Hey there, this is Li-Lan saying hi to you.
This is Arthur Link saying hi as well. Happy Tiger New Year.
And we wanted to share with you an opportunity to find out what your Chinese astrology is for the year. And I've been bit by bit learning from this fellow and have found it very useful, but it's taken me, it's a step-by-step process. And so I wanted to share with you that the Bazi astrology for this year that I got a reading from last week really helped me decide on some projects that I wanted to put forth, but I didn't quite know how to choose between them. And then you mentioned something about studies, education.
Yes.
And that actually was something that I was considering as of last year, and I also wasn't sure in which route to go. But it did give me some more guidance. So that's been my experience of the Chinese Bazi reading, and curious about yours.
My experience in my own readings is that I have to be very concise because there's an overwhelming amount of information in your Bazi chart. Even though there's only 8 characters, all the different dynamics can be read in so many different ways, and the way the energies change each year, it can be quite an overload to try to get that all at once. So even if you've gotten a reading from me, I doubt all of it's sunk in, and there's also different areas of the chart we didn't even get a chance to get into, maybe because it wasn't relevant to you at that time, or the season wasn't prominent enough for the energy to make a difference, or it wasn't affecting certain relationships in your life. So the goal with the monthly classes is really to kind of have a really small focus on each month. Like maybe one month we cover 5 of the 10 archetypes, maybe the next month we cover a few relationships that are in the chart, and really have more digestible pieces to work with. So that's the learning part of it that I want to share. But then I also want to have it be a support group in the sense that, like, if you get a reading with me at the start of the year, you get all excited, you know what you want to do with the year's energy. Having someone to check base with, keep accountable, be like, oh yeah, this is what the year's about, this is what the energies are for. When we get in the weeds of like things and different things pulling our attention and time, things happening, life happening, we have a monthly group to kind of check back in, and also check in with what can I use this specific month's energy for in service of your kind of yearly goals, because each month is going to have its own heavenly and earthly energies. So that's kind of perspective I'm trying to share.
Yeah, so you have opportunity of the yearly Bazi reading, then there's the monthly, let's say, circle.
Yeah,
That's a
circle.
circle. And I like to add that when I found out what my daymaster was, which will you say specifically, you said it's like your personal power element.
Yeah, I like to think of it as your kind of core power. It's like this is your element, and that's how you relate. That gives you a place to relate to all the others from. So it's like that kind of core power. It's not so much the personality, which you'll find in the year thing. People will say, oh, I'm a fire rat, or I'm an earth goat. Those are more personalities. But the day master is more of like, yeah, our core power that we can connect with and relate to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because what I like to add to that is that when I started learning about that from Arthur, I started deepening in the 5 element or the 5 path practice that I've shared before with Tones for Your Bones. So I like that synergy of study, because the Chinese astrology is pretty new to me. So I used the system that I was familiar with, which is the 5 elements, and then I was able to deepen further in understanding my daymaster.
Yes, they're very synergistic. If you've been working with the 5 for a while, there's 10 day masters, because then you're going to take those 5 and make yin and yang of each of them. So you'll get a little bit more nuance. You'll get to refine your understanding of these elements and deepen your play with them.
And all of it is part of Chinese philosophy and Chinese medicine, which is where we want to share the breadth, right? Breadth and scope.
Breadth and scope.
Yes. All right. Reach out.
Okay. to see you there.